Hey guys, I'm Latin rock artist and composer Arzalez, and this is the first episode of Arzalez Music Insights. Check it out.
Oye Chano, no sé dónde tú te encuentras esta noche, pero sé que tú escuchas mi canción.
Oye Chano, man. We were doing a show in McAllen, Texas at a venue called Peppers Uptown, and we had just gone on break, so we went outside to the patio, and there was this guy there, interesting looking gentleman, wearing a specific kind of clothing. He had this beautiful hat with a big pen on it and like a pluma, and he kind of looks at me, he kind of reaches out, and he goes, "Hey, you're that guy that's playing, right?" And I said, yeah. And I thought, oh, cool, you recognized me or whatever. And he asked me for a cigarette. So I went up to him and I was like, oh, okay, right. So I gave him a cigarette, and right off the bat, he just starts asking me questions, kind of picking up a conversation with me. And I was like, okay, he's just trying to be grateful for the cigarette. So he starts talking to me and he goes, hey man, I'm a writer too. Actually, that's what I'm doing right now. So he had these little index cards with him. And he was like, can I show you some? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so I started reading kind of his lyrics. I was like, oh my God, this guy's good. He's really good. Very earthy. The words that he was using was like tierra, sangre, raíces, those kind of words. Very powerful Spanish words. And I was just like, okay. And I asked him for his name. And he goes, oh, I'm Arzalez. And he goes, and your name? He goes, I believe it was Santiago, if I'm not mistaken. He goes, my name's Santiago, but my friends call me Chano. You can call me Chano. I was like, cool. So we start talking about music, we start talking about a lot of different things, and he goes into his life, how he grew up, very hard life, from Chicago, remember that? And I thought it was very interesting. And then he was going back to his lyrics and why he wrote certain things, And I'm looking at my other musicians, Jesse Ray Jimenez, who also plays for the band Tren. And I was like, dude, come over here. You need to talk to this guy. He's so interesting, there's something about him. And then he goes on to tell me all these things about him. And I just sat down with him. And we had an awesome conversation. And it was time to go back. So we had to go back and do another set. And we go back inside, and I'm looking at Jesse, and I tell him, I'm gonna write a song about him, and I'm gonna name it Oye Chano. As soon as we finish, I go right back outside. I wanna talk to him again, and he disappears. I knew from the beginning that it was gonna be about how you meet people, complete strangers, and you feel like you've known them forever. You have all these similarities with a person, like you relate your life, everything about you, and everything about him just kind of comes together, and you feel like you've known each other for a long time. And I think that's beautiful. It's weird when you meet people with that kind of energy. And I wanted to make it about inspiration. At that time, I had been going through a little bit of a writer's block, and that's because I write all the time. Every day I'm writing, and for some reason I got into this point where I was just blank. And then I met Oye Chano, and I got this inspiration to write a song, and I continued, and I wrote. Hablaba como un sabio, un poeta anciano, un extranjero familiar. Aún lo recuerdo con su pluma en su sombrero, con la que escribió la historia de su pasión. I was like, okay, I love that the story behind him, because he was telling me his story. He was telling me, I'm describing how he looks, because he was very unique. So the second verse. Vivió tantas vidas que hasta el fin encontró su ritmo y melodía y regresó para contarme que la respuesta está en la inspiración. Aún lo recuerdo, era mi pluma en su sombrero. Estoy seguro que ese hombre ahora soy yo. And when I changed that, as soon as it just came out, that maybe Chano was me all along. Maybe he was there for a reason. Maybe it was myself, an older man coming back and inspiring me again. At least that's the way it felt. Of course it wasn't. It was a specific person named Chano, but it feels that way. When you feel like you and another person are so close, it's almost as if you were just trying to find inspiration in somebody and then in yourself. So the song is really about how you can find inspiration in anything, especially a complete stranger. But that inspiration comes from right here, of course. About 2 years ago, about 2016, I became a member for the Recording Academy, which is the Grammys. And we went to this block party that they have every year at Austin. And I went with a friend of mine, Jack Gilbert, who's an A&R agent in Houston. And we're just joining the party. Great artists, great people. One of which happened to be Trey Nagella, who's an engineer, producer, musician from Dallas, Texas at Luminous Sound Studios. So I got to work with Trey, man. It was released in 5 de Mayo of 2017. Perfect date to release that song. Where's Chano now? I have no idea. Ever since that night, I have not heard of Chano. I've never seen him before. So Chano, if you're out there, hit me up, man. We're due for a drink. Alright guys, so this is the first episode of Arzalez Music Insights. Check out the links below. We got some more videos coming up. And if you have any questions, let us know, drop some comments, and we'll see you guys.